Now, Jamie Oliver has been a household name for a while in the UK. He's not only a famous chef, he's something of a healthy living activist. In 2005, he founded a campaign called Feed Me Better to put pressure on schools to provide better lunchtime meals to their pupils, justified because they were quite frankly awful, I can tell you from experience.
Oh yeah, we all went to school.
But he also runs a chain of restaurants called Jamie's Italian, which has unfortunately been under administration for a few years now. What interests us is that he has his own food range, a food range which unfortunately has got him into trouble. So much trouble, apparently, that he's had to employ cultural appropriation specialists to moderate the range. Yes, so Sky News reports that Jamie Oliver has reportedly revealed that he employs cultural appropriation specialists to check his recipes to avoid potential insensitivities, according to the Sunday Times. The TV chef was asked about the issue of foreign cuisines and cultural appropriation in a new interview with the newspaper's Culture Supplement. In 2018, Oliver was forced to defend the name of his punchy jerk rice, claiming it highlighted his culinary inspiration after facing criticism from Labour's Shadow Equalities Minister, Dawn Butler.
Is that Dawn Butler, the woman who threatened to acid attack someone?
No, I think that was Claudia Webb.
That was Claudia
Webb.
Right.
She's not quite as insane as Claudia Webb.
Dawn Butler, right, okay.
Yeah. But I'll go into Dawn Butler's accusation in a moment. But it'll be more appropriate to start with seeing precisely what upsets the Caribbean community about the punchy jerk rice. So if we get the video clip up.
Beautiful thing.
Chefs take inspiration from countries and cultures all around the world.
Jerk chicken.
Here's Jamie Oliver cooking jerk chicken successfully. But what's got the culinary knives sharpened for him today is this product of his, punchy jerk rice. One MP accusing him of cultural appropriation, of basically using the term jerk just to sell stuff without the right ingredients. For Jamaican chef Levi Roots, there are two must-have flavours, of which Oliver includes neither.
The key ones are Scotch bonnet chilies, but when you merge it with this lovely baby here, which is the allspice, which is the key for jerk.
For you, it's not jerk?
It's not jerk. It's like saying you're giving me chicken soup, but it has beef in it, or it doesn't have chicken in there. It has to have the intellectual property of what the dish is. And if you're saying jerk, it either has to have the flavour, or it has to be cooked with the flavour.
Okay, so there we are.
That's a fair criticism.
That's a fair criticism. I mean, he's an expert in what jerk chicken actually is. And what he's saying is that in Jamie's products, he's not included the Scotch bonnet chilies and the Old Spice, both of which are essential ingredients to jerk. And he simply branded his products incorrectly. But if someone were to sell me or you a Victoria sponge and then they replace the jam with custard or gravy, I think we'd be entitled to say, wait, that's not a blooming Victoria sponge, and we would be right. So it's right to pull Jamie up on it because it's product misrepresentation, and product misrepresentation is bad because it misleads consumers, and this is a pretty apolitical point. However, because the recipe was originally used as a method by Jamaican slaves to preserve the meat, some have taken the opportunity to take this further and accuse him of ruining everything, presumably because of, need I even say it? This person in 2018 was Dawn Butler. So here is the tweet she put out.
They're accusing him of being a coloniser, aren't they?
Yes, a coloniser.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Okay.
So she says, Jamie Oliver,
he's not a coloniser, he's a grifter.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just so dumb.
But no, if you read her tweet, I'm just wondering, do you know what Jamaican jerk actually is? It's not just a word you put before stuff to sell products. You should do a masterclass. Your jerk rice is not okay. The appropriation from Jamaica needs to stop. Appropriation.
I was totally with her for the first line. You know, he's an idiot. He's a grifter. He's just trying to make some money. Blah, blah, blah. It's, all that. Yeah, it's just words used to sell products. He should do a masterclass with some guy who obviously knows what he's doing. Yeah. But this disappropriation from Jamaica needs to stop. It's not appropriation.
It's classic non-sequitourism, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's basically accusing him of knowingly appropriating Jamaican culture, which he's not. He's actually doing the opposite and has made an honest mistake.
But let's assume he's not made an honest mistake.
Yeah, then.
Let's assume bad intent. I mean, isn't this a good way to advertise something that's actually, you've done a good job calling attention to the fact that this is crap.
Yeah.
This isn't what you're getting in it. And you could advertising standards or just, give Jamie Oliver a bad reputation from this, which is fine. That's completely acceptable. Sitting there saying, right, you're a racist, which is what underpins all of this at the bottom of it, is just Dawn Butler's stock in trade, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all she ever says.
It is. I mean, it doesn't mean because he's made this mistake or has knowingly obviously missold the rice, it doesn't mean anything of the kind that she's accusing him of. He's definitely not appropriating Jamaica. But let's have a look at a tweet that Dawn put out very recently to see what kind of line she's probably on. So yeah, guess the age, colour and sex of the person who sent me this. Answer will be posted by the end of the day. What could she possibly have in mind? I mean, you can guess up the
Can we get the image?
Yeah, let's get this up. You can probably have a
Being
clue.
British and English person is a privilege and not a right. Well, that's true. If you don't like it here, feel free to clear off to a black hellhole that will suit you better. Probably wouldn't have framed it that way.
No, I mean, to be sure, I'm not condoning the comments of the person she's trying to make an example of, and I very much doubt that this person is Jamie Oliver. But what we can gander is that Dawn is not exactly impartial to, shall we say, the old white man stereotype.
No.
And whilst Jamie's not by any means old at 46, you can see why she may feel strongly about the idea of such a man getting his hands on, I don't know, a Jamaican recipe.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like you can't just go on the internet and get a Jamaican recipe. Honestly, I would just be criticising Jamie Oliver for being a crap chef.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt, she'd probably still complain even if he got the recipe correct, wouldn't she?
Oh, yeah. Well, then it would be actual appropriation, wouldn't it? You know, you've stolen this from a Jamaican person.
Yeah. But if we get the article up from the Irish Times, Jamie responded by saying, I've worked with flavours and spices from all over the world my whole career, learning and drawing inspiration from different countries and cultures to give a fresh twist to the food we eat every day. When I named the rice, my intention was only to show where my inspiration came from. So there we have it. No, it doesn't seem to be any malintention. He intended it as a tribute to a cultural tradition that he appreciated, and he simply overlooked the fact that jerk meant something more specific than he originally thought. But despite the fact that, to my knowledge, Punchy Jerk is the last product that has caused such a backlash, he decided to cover himself anyway, just in case the woke brigade comes for him again. Do you think this is going to work?
No.
No.
Well, he's white. It can't possibly work.
Neither do I. So unfortunately, Jamie, we are dreadfully sorry that you've had to spend money to feel at ease in paying an interest in other cultures and their recipes, but you are dreadfully mistaken if you think that it will stop the wokeists. The more you give them, the more they will demand, so good luck.
What I love is that at the bottom of the complaint, though, is that Jamie Oliver is popularising our food, and he's not doing it in a way we're happy with.
Yeah.
It's like, well, who requires Dawn Butler's sign-off on the recipes they make? I mean, you know, okay, Jamie Oliver's being a bit loose with the whole like, well, I drew inspiration from it. And I think there's valid criticism for that. But like essentially saying he's a colonizing racist, it just shut up.
It's classic overreach.
It totally.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed that segment from the podcast The Lotus Eaters, you can go to lotuseaters.com to subscribe to get access to all the premium content we have on the site, such as this one, which is an interview with Taras Kobenik by Rory. And if you want to follow Rory and see what he's up to, you can always go on Getter and follow him at Rory Lotus Eaters. Thank you and goodbye.